How are you? Just give me 1 second. Let me bring up my desktop. Sorry, I think I'm a few minutes late. My apologies. Hey, Austin. Hey, Jace. How you feeling today, Gate? How are you feeling today, Jace? Hey, Dottie. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. You said a big day yesterday. Not bad for an old man. Kay says, hey, Yogi in chat. Hey, Kay. Hey, how are you? Hey, I guess you're done with the fall harvest, right? Everything is done for the year. Are you doing any indoor box gardening? Okay, let's see who else we got here. Everyone's saying hi. Jace is awesome, just cooking. Hello all. So Jace is cooking. What's on the menu today? 116 pounds of pasta, 94 chicken breast, 16 apples for dessert. Okay, says it's still been harvested. And yes, indoor gardening as well. It never ends, does it? And it shouldn't. If you do something you love. Hey, Songhel, how are you? Jay says, I'll show you. Be right back. Austin says, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Austin, what are your plans for the holiday? Sniper says, know your body, ever merge your body with technology to see how fit you are. I haven't heard of that before. Hey, do you have a link for that, Sniper? You can send it to me on Facebook if you want. Jace says, on a pound cake strain. Jace is right where? I've heard of pound cake before. Spending time with family. Good for you, Austin. This is it for me. I will be doing what I normally do. The family, basically, I got a brother and a sister. I live with my brother, so he'll be working. But I see him all the time. I'm looking at what Jay says prepared. That's a nice looking egg. Just one. I don't think one egg is William Downey approved. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me bring the whole thing up here, guys. 1 second. I'm having some technical difficulty. I might have to wait until the end of the live stream to watch the whole thing.
Finally, you've got, of course,
one egg,
the best one. Then I've got myself a little bit of steak, with some chips and beans, mayonnaise. It's a small meal tonight. Love you.
So that little steak that Jace was talking about is actually 2.5 cows. So yeah, not really spending time with my family. Milka, who I normally spend time with, anyway, all the time, she is going to be doing dinner at someone else's house. So it's me and you, whoever pops in the live stream. our friend ATC and we're going to have a conversation tomorrow, and we're going to talk about our road to sobriety, how each of us arrived there. Different times, of course, for both of us, but the important thing is we arrived there with minimal damage. One, not everyone even makes it there. To make it with minimal damage to others or yourself is also a rare feat. Now, I do say minimal. I destroyed relationships during those years. Oh, Sniper says it was advert for your live stream here on YouTube. Oh, awesome. Nice. I appreciate you watching that, Sniper. Jace says, Eric, sir, apologies for the meat. Send you my tea. No need to apologize for the meat. That sounded wrong on so many different levels. Sniper says, Song Hill. And Jason's laughing. So, anyone want to kick us off? Come in and say hi. The link is in the description. I had a great conversation this morning with Eve, Goga, Jace, my favorite people, Tandra, and we talked about our YouTube channels. What we wanted, what we hope to manifest, how we're going to get there, how we can help each other. Join in that conversation, meaning tell us what you want. What do you want with your YouTube channel? Or doesn't have to be YouTube channel. This just happens to be what we're manifesting, that we're talking about. Could be anything. We got a good friend, Easy, who is rededicated to uncovering the secrets of playing the bass. Tucker says, sorry, I missed it. Busy morning picking up trees and planting them. That sounds like a pretty good morning, though. We got our first guest.
Hello.
What's up, Jace?
Happy
late birthday.
Thank you kindly.
Any ill effects? Do you guys see this? That's his little steak.
That's what I cooked, and obviously it has to be well done. I can't have it raw. Steak, egg, beans, and bread and butter.
How long did it take that steak to cook?
I think I did it for about 18 to 20 minutes. Cooked it in butter and just kept turning it.
Right. What about the steak?
Yeah, about 20 minutes for the steak.
Oh,
the chips,
okay.
chips went in the air fryer at the same time.
Okay, so it's
the beans
quicker.
go in the microwave.
Nice. Austin wants to know how you're doing.
Well, I think I've improved about that much. I can see your growth has temporarily paused. So obviously, what I found was if you can gently tap the top of your head, it encourages your hair to come out. So I've just been doing this all day. I've got a little bruise there, but my hair's got a bit longer.
I can't afford to lose the brain cells, even if I do it gently. So
okay. My two keep each other company, so I'm quite lucky. There's plenty of space in there.
It's getting there. Remember, it just started yesterday. And as I mentioned, it grows quick. I actually shaved this morning.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Then that's a good point.
This is my 5 o'clock shadow.
Well, I'd just like to take this opportunity. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving Eve for all you guys. Make sure you make the most of tomorrow. It's a special day for you guys. Celebrate it, embrace it, and enjoy it. I will be here with you tomorrow, Eric. That's for sure.
I appreciate that.
We don't celebrate it, but I'll be there to comfort you, sure.
Much appreciated. Before you go, how do you feel? Your second time doing 100K or 1000K burpees, and after 1,000 sit-ups, because that's your first time doing both of those in the same day.
My beard was well sore this morning.
I bet.
So obviously, when you take that much sweat through your beard, it puts it under duress. What I did find was I can actually start to get my little twists going on the old mustache now.
Is
So
that
we're,
is that coming up?
it's going to be proper handlebar. That's the next phase. No, in all honesty, the conditioning, I've done enough work. I'm comfortable and confident to say I could do another one next week.
Nice.
It's yeah, the progress has been unbelievable. I did the 1,000 sit-ups last night, and I finished those and thought maybe I should have done a little bit more. But it is what it is. I did great yesterday.
You know what I was thinking about is, other than you doing a few more burpees, like mainly working on form. Hey William, hey Bill, you didn't really change your workout much. It's not like you did something, like I'm going to become a burpee machine. I'm just going to do burpees to get better at them. I think you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just incorporated burpees into my routines. So I'm getting the best of both worlds. I know
Right.
that my strategy of working that top, middle, and bottom, it works. I know that was how I got developed so quickly. When you add the burpees to it, the extra cardio you get, the overall increase in everything, it's unbelievable. It's the way forwards. It's a new way.
I like the thought that it's a new way. All the more reason why I want to get you monetized, so it just grows the audience and it's presented to more people. I told you before, become a evangelical for Jace's method. If you guys want to get in shape, and it's not easy, but it's gentle.
It's controlled.
Right.
It's something that everybody's capable of.
Exactly. It looks easy, sort of. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. When you say easy, people think, oh, they don't have to do anything. You're working, but you're working smart. And as you said, controlled. And the results are astounding. And I'd love to see more people give it a shot. I'd love to see someone who isn't doing anything right now say, I wonder what would happen if I started at day one with Jace. Where would I be in 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 20 weeks? So maybe we can just keep putting it out there, and someone's going to step up and say, hey, all the people watching you, hopefully someone's going to pick up the Jace's challenge.
There's quite a few people that have taken it on board, getting some positive feedback. I just need to get a few pictures now of people from the start and where they've got to now.
That's what I was going to ask, if you have any before and after shots.
I do have a few people that have worked on the program, my program, and they say it's the phrase is deceptively effective. You don't realise, deceptively effective. You don't realise how much it's actually working the body until the sweat starts coming, but you realise that you're capable of doing it, and then that slow improvement, that gradual increase in the tempo, in the numbers and the reps, that's how you progress.
So can you guarantee, 100% guarantee, that if someone starts your program from day one, that eventually they will have a magnificent beard?
They might go bald. Not too sure about the beard.
Okay, I'm not sure that's a selling point. Go bald with Jace.
Yeah, I've seen a few ladies that have got close to obviously this stature of facial hair, but they tend to struggle with the sides. They're fine at the top lip and the chin, but the sides
it might take a little more time for them. It might be a year's worth of hard training before they develop the actual, the word that I've been using ever since yesterday, beardiness. I needed a verb for beard, beardiness, and that
beardos.
is beardus.
Beardos, like it's like weirdos. It flows.
I like that. The Beardos.
The
That could
Beardos.
be the award. Whoever wins the beard off competition wins the Beardo, which is a
Ki-
trophy. It's like an Emmy.
King Beardo.
King Beardo. That would be the title. But Stewart is convinced. Stewart's already declared himself the champ.
Yeah, but have you noticed though, his beard seems to be getting a little bit longer, and he's losing a little bit off the top. Is he actually just transferring it?
This could be, or it could be some type of super glue.
I have my
Okay.
theory too. Right,
know what?
my love media. I'm going to eat my food now.
All right, thank you, Jace.
Yep, pleasure. Thank you kindly. Namaste.
Namaste to you, my
Love,
friend.
love and kindness to everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nadim says, not sober again. Nadim, all we can say, start over again. Start over again. Leo said so. Much love to those two goats. Leo, my friend, hey, you got 5 minutes? If you got 5 minutes, click the live stream and let's talk about Pelican Bay. I got the video up here, but just as I started watching, something came up. I will be checking out when I have my dinner. But everyone's welcome. Bill says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Bill. Today's your day, right? You said you're celebrating on Wednesday. You're having your big dinner on Wednesday? I think you said that. Sampa says, nothing complicated. Sampa says, I may go live up from a silver birch for Thanksgiving. Oh, man, that would be awesome. Love to see that. I love birch trees. Sampa says, sorry, I missed it. Busy morning. Oh, I read that. Guys, we got another guest coming up. What's up, Austin? How are you?
No good. How you doing?
Good. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy early Thanksgiving. Hear me okay? How's that?
Okay.
Checking out the beard. Hey, Austin, you want to join the beard competition that we're having?
Beer competition.
Yep. Who's got the top beard in the Yogi live stream? We got Jace.
Yeah.
We have Jace. We have Eric LaPointe. We have Stuart the Fish Whisperer. We have me. Obviously, I got a little work to do to catch up with you guys. Who else? I think we had one. Well, All Things Country. He's in as well. Yours is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you might give Stuart some competition there. So I think we're gonna put your name in there. Give me 1 second. Leo says, how would I go about that? Leo, if you look in the description box, there's a link, and you just click on the link. We'll talk to Austin for a few minutes, and then if you want to come on in. Austin, what's going on with your channel? You there? I think Austin might have froze. That's not good. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry, Austin. I think Austin froze there for a second. You back?
Yeah, internet problems.
All right, well, that's okay. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
So, Austin, how's your channel going?
It's doing good.
You
Yeah.
watch hours adding up?
I got about 600 over about 600 watching hours.
Nice, good for you. We'll keep adding. We'll keep. Every time I watch one of your videos, I try to watch a few extra, so those watch hours will add up. And I see that you've been live streaming.
Yeah.
That's really going to help. The more you live stream, the more. I'm going to bring your channel up. The more you live stream, the more your hours will add up for sure. And let me check. Make sure you do have a playlist, right?
Yeah.
Those are important too. That's how people are going to help you. Wow, 342 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Good for you. So we'll keep supporting you, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Just make sure you keep making funny videos of Jace. That's all.
I'll try to.
That's all I ask. Just keep making funny videos
Okay.
of Jace, and everything's good.
Do a funny video.
Right? You'll do. You will. Like I was mentioned
Yeah.
before, I think you're a genius at YouTube. One of the best.
All righty. You
All
take
right.
care.
You too. Thank you.
Welcome.
Like I said, it's a stare off. There we go. One of these days, I'll figure out how to do that a little more smoothly, seamlessly. Hey, Go On Life, how are you? Carl? How you doing, Carl? He says, click the description of the link, highlight it, and it will ask you to open. There he goes. Easy instructions. Bill says, yes, sir, today. Bill, enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner, my friend. Much deserved for you and your loved ones. You don't have the easiest job, the easiest role. Public servant. Leo says, how would Leo become a guest? Right up above, Jace has that little description, Leo. If you click the description in the link, so if you go to the description box, there is a link, and you just need to highlight it, and it will ask you to join. Carl says, sick and tired of YouTube. What's going on, Carl? Life says 2 moons. Zip says, greetings, Nadim. I want to reiterate, Nadim, don't worry about the times you fall down. Just get back up. Don't worry about the times when you're not sober. Just be sober the next day. That's all you got to do. It's not complicated, my friend. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's not complicated. Be sober. One moment at a time. This says Zero, click the 3 dots, go to the description, highlight the top link, and it will offer you an open option to join. Awesome. Man, that would be something. Talking to the legendary Leo Sidso. Carl says, I'm losing watch hours big time. Well, you know, it's how long have you had your channel, Carl? Because it's secular. That they lose, you know, you might gain some watch hours for the day, but if it's in that year's time frame, then you lose what you had that day the previous year. Carl says a month. You've only had your channel for a month? It seemed longer than that. So yeah, you shouldn't be losing any, I wouldn't think. Here's one of the biggest keys for me, what I've discovered. Hey, 155 subscribers, Carl. Awesome. Consistency. How often are you live streaming? How often are you putting up shorts? How often are you putting up regular vids? Yeah, you mentioned that the other day, Jace. Don't watch your own vids. I heard that you actually can. I actually watched mine. I did when I was getting watch hours. Hey, Leo.
Hey, well, hey, can you see? I mean, the sun is kind of. All right, it's fine.
That's
What's up,
right.
Bill?
Not much. How are you?
All good, brother.
Hey, so
Adjusting, unpacking.
you're in You'll be in Reno soon, right?
I am
Or
in Reno now.
You're Reno now.
Yes. Arrived Sunday at 7 p.m. I believe 7:30 ish.
Right. So you did Pelican Bay at altitude.
Yes.
No wonder it sucks so much.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible, man. I'm sorry. It was freaking terrible. I try not to cuss.
Um, it's a people underestimate it because they think, well, it's only 500.
No, it's not a okay. So before you start off with that, I've been putting it off and I've been dreading it solely because of the reason that it's unbroken and that the 30-second rest really gets to me. Just knowing that I'm timed on my break really fucks with me mentally, and that alone right there, just getting to the 30 and then 30-second rest, and immediately after those 30 seconds, you're expected to go right back to being unbroken and get back to 29.
Yep.
And then you got 30-second rest again. It's really mentally challenging, bro. So I was putting it off for that specific reason because I don't like going against time and I don't like feeling that pressure. And that's all it was. That routine was just all pressure the whole time.
Yeah, it is. And it doesn't start feeling better until, like, at least for me, maybe 14 reps left.
15. When I got to 15, I felt a good little break. I was like, oh, I can keep going. I felt such a good
Right.
rest. So even by the time I got to 1 and I had to hit the 65, I was like, hey, I could do it.
Right.
It felt good.
Yeah, you and I on the same page with that.
Yeah, bro.
30, you can't celebrate 29. You know what I mean?
At all, bro.
Or 28.
At all. It felt terrible the whole time, all throughout. All the 20s, the entire sets of 20s, I was just suffering. But it was a great workout. The fact that you made it, the only reason I did it, honestly, is because you said that it's one of those workouts that every burpee practitioner should have under their belt.
Yep.
So I heard that, and that was all I had to hear to be like, fuck it, let's get it done, you know?
It's a benchmark workout. It's one. I mean, Pelican Bay is, supposed to be one of the toughest penitentiaries around. And
Yes,
it
and I heard you say that you used to go from 30 to 1, and then you used to work your way back from 1 to 30, which in hindsight, after just doing 30 to 1, you're ridiculous. That's kind of crazy, man.
this was a long time ago. This was
Man.
This was about
That's
3 years ago.
insane. But
I was in my mid 50s at the time. A whole different animal then.
yeah, you're a whole different animal now, so I can only imagine what kind of beast you were back in the day, man.
I'm trying to get back into kettlebell shape. It's now my goal.
I had a question about your kettlebells. Are they all? What is the weight that you use? Because they're freaking huge. So I'm just wondering, does the weight match the size, or is it just hollow? Because you clank when they clank. You know, you're dropping them and you hear a loud bang.
Yep. Those are competition kettlebells, and they are all the same size, from 8 kilograms, so from 18 pounds, all the way to 40 kilograms, which is 88 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Everything's the same size. The reason being is you don't want to learn the technique using one size, and then you get stronger and you go up, and you got to relearn the technique.
Oh, I see. So keep the same size, but just gradually increase the weight in the same. Okay, I guess.
Yep.
So you never have to really switch. You learn the technique, and you just gradually get better doing the technique.
Exactly.
Hey, that makes sense.
And right now, I'm only using 14 kilograms, so it's about 31 pounds. Almost.
Jesus, Joe Yogi the GOAT, brother. You're making that seem light.
When I used to compete, though, back in, this was early 2000s up until 2009 when I got into ultra running, I would compete with the 24 kilograms, which is 56 pounds, and I would train with the 28s and the 32s, which is 70 pounds.
Jesus.
I don't know if I'll ever get back there. It doesn't matter. I'm just happy to be doing it again, and that I can still do the stuff that I want, you know?
Hey, best believe you're one of the biggest inspirations, brother. Watching you do it, watching brother Jace do it. If you guys knock it out and do it the way you do it, there's no reason that my young ass should not be able to do it. There's no reason. All of you guys, let's get on the grind, guys. Don't be afraid. And even if you are afraid, that's one of my biggest things. Face that fear head on. Just face it, and you'll come out victorious every time.
I appreciate hearing that. And here's one thing to keep in mind. You know, Jace knocking out 1,000 burpees on his 51st birthday. And how old are you?
I am 35.
You got 16 years.
Yes.
16 years to catch him.
Yes.
But that's the big thing is knowing that you're not just training for today. You're training. You're going to be one fit 50-year-old.
Longevity, bro. I'm trying to be at your age and trying to continue to do what I'm doing right now, brother. I'm trying to keep it going. So there's no stop in sight. 25 days in, and I'm not gonna stop. We're gonna keep it pushing.
But not too far from that 1 year celebration. What are you going to
Nope,
do for
not.
a year?
I am thinking. I'm very afraid of pushing myself past where I like the Navy SEALs when I was doing consistently every month and doing routines on top of the SEALs. That's how I've messed up my shoulder, and I want to do the 1K SEALs, but it's kind of in my head. It's kind of messing with me mentally that I'm afraid that if I push too hard, I'm just gonna spring it back up, and I'm gonna be out of commission for a long ass time again. So I want to do the 1K SEALs. I want to do them. And still in my head is messing with me mentally. I want to knock them out. I have this big ass block, and I just don't know how to get over it right now.
Jay says, how about 1,000 twisties?
Oh, I'll knock those out. I mean, I could do 1,000 squats, easy peasy. So 1,000 squat twisties is just another move. I could do that easy,
Right.
but I want the
Here's-
SEALs.
I don't think you're going to have a problem with the SEALs because I think that you train. I think you're training really smart now. You're listening to your body. You know when to back off without stopping, and then come back stronger. So I think when you're ready for those 1K, it's going to be another day at the office. It might be a long day at the office, but it's just going to be another day at the office.
I'm hoping so, brother. I'm gonna shoot for that. That's basically my only real goal right now at the moment. Besides tomorrow's routine that I'm gonna do with Dan, that's my only real goal is 1,000 SEALs.
Right. Our friend Billy's Van Life, who was also her title used to be Dottie Door, the UK Explorer. You might have seen Dottie here before.
Yes, I have.
She says she went off and now back. Is this a burpee friend? This is a burpee friend. This is one of the kingpins of the burpee community.
Hello.
Steps up every day.
Hello. My name is Leo. Leo Setso is my channel, and all I do is burpees. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, but when you do them that way, that's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
hoping so.
I'm not sure everyone remembers the fact that you used to be overweight.
Oh yeah, I was very heavy. I mean, I started off. I can't. That's one of my biggest things to say. Don't be afraid of the grind. The grind only piles on and it gets bigger. Kind of like a pile of laundry, the more you put it off, the bigger it gets. And eventually the work, when you get to it, it's just double, triple. So might as well don't let that pile stack up. Let's get to work. I was 265 pounds on my day
Wow.
one on January 8th. And as of today, I am 205 in the morning right now where I weighed myself. I'm 205. I'm at the weight that I want to be. So right now, for me, I want to focus on lifting weight and eating to maintain the 205. I don't want to go below 200. I don't want to be too small. So I
Right.
want to maintain the muscle growth and I want to maintain the weight. So this is my goal right now. So now that I've reached 205, 60 pounds less, I'm going to get stronger. The only way to go from here is up, up, up.
I think I've been watching you since, man, I guess you might have been in your day 20s or something. Maybe even before. I'm trying to think. It's been a while. This is as fit as you've ever looked right now. You always, even back then, you looked in shape, but now you're.
I
I
feel
don't know.
very lean. This is the healthiest I've felt since my boxing days. My boxing days, the most I weighed was 187 because I was a light heavyweight. But I don't want to be that small again, Even if I felt lean and I actually had like semi six pack back in the day, I don't want to get that small again. So I feel like 205 is the perfect weight for me right now. Maintain this and just get stronger.
Our friend Lion says he looks in shape. Yeah, he certainly does. Honestly,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
like I said, this is right now. I think is since I've been watching you, the best that you've looked because
Oh
you're
yeah,
looking
thank you.
jacked.
I appreciate it. It's the strongest I felt. I feel like I can do whatever I did back in the day and then some. The fact that I can feel comfortable putting on the 45-pound vest and just knocking out reps on reps, that's all gains. All gains.
Right. Any issues with the shoulder?
No, none right now. None at all. It's just a mental block. I'm afraid that if I do push a little too hard, it might just come back, and that's what I'm afraid of.
Right, right.
But
I'm the same with my back. Last year, a little over a year ago, I hurt my back. 1990, I hurt my back training for a powerlifting competition.
Mm.
But it recovered nicely. Hardly ever gives me trouble. Last year, doing something completely ridiculous. Wasn't doing burpees. It wasn't lifting. It wasn't doing yoga. I was showing off to Milka.
Huh.
I had two cars parked too close to my car, and I couldn't get in. And Milka said, she wanted to crawl through the hatch and said, and I'll pull it out. And I said, nope, I'm going to use my yogic powers, and I'm going to flow in one joint at a time. Just watch me. I can do it. And she's like, don't do it. And I said, I can do it. And I started easing in, and I did. It was working. And then something popped in my lower back. Took me a year to get over it.
Hey, man, I respect that. You know what? You said you were gonna do it. You did it.
I had to step
Injury.
up.
Oh, but hey, I love it. I love it, Yogi. That's dope.
And the thing is, when you hurt yourself in front of your significant other, you can't pretend like something happened. You got to shrug it off.
Now you're fine until the next day when you can't get up.
Exactly. She didn't need to see that. But when it happened,
That's awesome, Yogi. Much love, brother.
I
But yes,
appreciate
man,
that.
I appreciate you for having me on, brother. The Pelican Bay. All my burpee brothers in the chat that might see this, you haven't tried it, give it a go. It sucks. It's not easy. No matter what level you're on, it sucks, man. But it's one of those things that I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got over it because I really tested myself endurance wise and mentally because that thing is painful, man. But all you
Let me
guys
ask
try it if you can.
Let me ask you one more question before I let you
Yes.
go. Any chance that you think you can talk Burpee Reaper into doing Pelican Bay?
Burpee Reaper is doing whatever he wants to do right now at the moment. He doesn't want to work out with me because he knows that I'll push him. He doesn't
Right.
even want to work out with Oscar that much because even Oscar at this point will push him. I'm surprised he worked out with Jacob, honestly, because he doesn't want to be pushed. Right now he's doing what he wants to do. I understand that he works a full day, so he's
Right.
tired most of the time. I respect whenever he does hop on and do burpees. I don't know if he ever is gonna come back, honestly. Now that he has a full-time job, I don't see a potential comeback, honestly, to be honest, in my point of view, but I do push him. I have told him, like, let's do it. Let's get on the burpees. He's always shut it down. So I don't know. I don't think he'll ever do it. And if he does do it, it'll be solely for the fact that I'm saying Burpee Reaper. I don't think you will do it. So
All right.
prove me
You
wrong,
guys-
brother. Do it.
You heard it here first.
But until we see it, let's see. Like I said, he has his own schedule. He's doing his own grind. He's making his money. He's doing what he wants to do right now, and it's much love and respect to him. So I'm not pressuring. He doesn't have to come back to the burpees. He can do in and out burpees whenever he wants, just to show
Yep.
that he still has it, and go back to doing whatever he wants. There's no pressure on him. It's all love for him.
He's like you, and he's like Jacob, Dad, and Jace right now. You've done it all.
Yeah, he's done. There's nothing else to prove. There's nothing else. And if he does come back, like he's shown, he came back and did 500 one pumps just because he felt like he wanted to, and he made him
Right.
look easy. It took him a little bit over an hour. He knocked him out. It was easy peasy for him. So it doesn't matter how long of a break he actually takes. You know that he stays conditioned enough that whenever he comes back, he can just go whenever he wants to go.
Yep. I'd still like to see him do Pelican Bay though. I'd like to see
I would
everyone
love
do
it.
it.
I would love to see everyone do it. I would love to see everyone try this routine. I haven't seen anyone try it from our community, our little community. So I would love to see the burpee practitioners try it out. Like Jacob taking it on, that would be awesome.
It would.
If Jace is willing, that would be awesome. But I really would like to see Brian Lane try it. Honestly, Brian Lane, and I would like to see how fast Dan the Man can actually get it done.
Oh yeah. If Dan shows up, we'll have to throw that out there.
Because he said he's done it before, so I just want to watch a video of him actually doing
Right.
it. So
Eric
yeah.
Lapointe might do it too. When he gets 2,000 subscribers, he's talking about doing it.
Lapointe has to come back. I understand he's making money too, but we need more than shorts, man. I need Lapointe back too. I want to do a routine with him.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Yeah. But hey, brother, thank you so much for having me on, brother. Let me go eat
Thank
some
you.
breakfast. Time to eat something. I need to eat more now, apparently, since I'm trying to maintain and gain weight.
Right.
I have to eat a lot more, so my diet has to change. It's hard to eat. I only eat once a day, so multiple meals a day are kind of messing with me. But
Yeah, I did that
I
too for a long time.
gotta do what I gotta do, man.
You'll
But
get it
hey,
done.
thank you, Yogi. Thank you. Have a great day, brother. You stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing. You're an inspiration to me, brother. So until the next time, I mean, be safe, man. Thank you
You
guys
too.
for having me.
Yep.
Later,
Take
later.
care.
Yes, sir.
There it is, guys. I've been waiting for that one. I've been waiting to talk to Leo. Ryan wants to know Leo's best punch. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I wish I would have asked him that. Ryan says, wasn't even born then. Carl says, I'm overweight. And what's a burpee? Burpees are hard to explain. Lion says it's like a abdominal and squat exercise. Yeah, that's nice. You sort of bend over to get into the thrust your legs back. You do a push up and then you spring back up. He says, what a legend. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Not to mention he's just fun to talk to. All right, guys. Anyone else feel like talking? It's always fun. It changes the dynamic of the live stream because you get to experience someone that you watch on screen all the time. It's like I felt like I knew Leo, but getting to know him even more so. Carl says walking is better. Carl, I love walking. I walk pretty good. I walk about 6 miles every day. I do more walking than running now, and I used to be a competitive runner. But walking is great for overall health. Maybe the best thing you can do for overall health if you're just looking for something for your health. Can't beat walking, especially brisk walking. But if you want something a little more, if you want development as well as fitness, as well as a challenge, then you can't do wrong by burpees, that's for sure. Jay says, from the standing position, bend knees, lower hands to the floor, kick legs back to the plank position, press up, legs back to hands, stand up. That's 1 rep. There you go. Perfect description. Evan says, I like jogging. I think that, what's up, Evan? I think that makes me feel in shape and balances everything. I like jogging too. You know, I went from bodybuilding to powerlifting to back to bodybuilding to Olympic lifting. From Olympic lifting, I went to kettlebell sport and then into ultra running for 10 years. I've done over 110 ultras in a 10-year period of time. We raced an ultra, Milk and I, once a month for 10 years. Carl says I joined the gym. One of the great things about doing burpees, though, Carl, is you can do it at home. You don't need to go to a gym. Evan says, I was wondering your opinion on what to do if someone is using their house to take advantage of you by using other people that live there to walk over your personal space. It's a good question. It's hard to say. I could give you a scenario of what I might do, but until that actually happens to me, I don't know. At this point in my life, I'm in a pretty peaceful place, pretty peaceful state. It would take a whole lot to push me out of this place, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't happen. I guess I would start off with putting my boundaries up and letting people know these are my boundaries. This is my space. My space can be shared under given situations, as long as it's done respectfully. And I would actually let people know, hey, it's about respect. I will respect you. I just request that you respect me as well. But I guess I need to know like a little more of the situation. It says, Carl, maybe follow my workout program. If you stick to it, you will get results and it's free. All you need is a towel on the floor. And I think the towel is optional. Leo says, much love, Yogi. Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you for being here. Man, I really enjoyed that talk. As I mentioned, it just, it's such a nice change in dynamics because you feel like you know someone because you watch the videos all the time and you talk like video back and forth or on a live stream. But when you get face to face, it's sort of a strange feeling because again, you feel like you know them, your friends already, but you're talking face to face for the first time. It's like I think one of the oldest people coming to the live streams, Eric Lapointe. But was it yesterday or was it 2 days ago? I don't remember. I think it was 2 days ago. It was the first time I talked to Eric face to face. Carl says goodbye. Take care, Carl. I appreciate you joining in, my friend. Hey, Carl, anytime you want to go live, join us. We can talk about YouTube and our YouTube channels, which is something that I want to talk about. Evan says, thanks, man. You have a great vibe. And you help me with amazing perspectives. Thanks for that. You're welcome, Evan. Anytime. I always appreciate your questions. You don't hold back with your questions. You throw the fastball, man. Lion, how are you? It's been a bit since we've seen you. Just going to cruise back up in the chat a little bit. Don't want to miss anyone. Our friend William Downey, Bill, is having his Thanksgiving dinner today. One of the things that I actually had a conversation earlier today with a friend. We were chatting. And something that we talked about, something that I was talking about, that aligns with what we were saying with Evan. It's all a practice. Everything. And a practice is such a great way to take pressure off of yourself. No one needs to be good when they're practicing. You just keep practicing. Practice, if your issue is drinking, practice sobriety. Just practice every day. And you might mess up because we all do. Almost everyone, when they are approaching a life of sobriety, is going to mess up. Sometimes often, sometimes for a long time. But it only takes one time for it to stick. And who knows what's that going to be? So you just keep practicing. I practice forgiveness. I practice patience. When you practice forgiveness, then anything that happens to you is an opportunity to forgive. And man, does it come in handy. Because someone's always going to give you an opportunity. Someone's always going to give you something. Almost every live stream. So my friend that I was talking with today had mentioned certain situations, and she said, you seem to handle it so well. Like you're not thrown off. You stay centered, you stay peaceful, and you just handle it. That's the practice right there. Hey, Rich. Rich says, so Yogi, how are you? And all in the chat. I'm good, Rich. How are you, my friend? Rich is a member of my channel, and that's much appreciated. If you have any requests, Rich, anything that you'd like to see, I've been doing a 21-day gratitude breathwork practice. So every day for 21 days. And remember that key, that operative word, practice. We practice a different breathing technique. Sometimes it'll be repeated. And we practice gratitude. When I took up practicing gratitude, everything began to change. It was so awesome. And years ago, decades ago, I read a quote from Meister Eckhart, who is the great German mystic. Meister in German actually means master. So he's was definitely a master. One of the things he said was, if the only prayer one ever says in the entirety of their life is thank you, that would be enough. Only prayer we ever need to say is thank you. And I don't know why that had such a profound effect on me. So I started waking up every morning and saying thank you. And this was back in my drinking days. And I would wake up, hangover, and I could see no reason to be thankful. Especially considering I put myself in that position. Put myself in a position to suffer and be miserable. Morning after morning after morning. And I would still work out and I would still go to my job, but none of it was fun because I was so miserable from drinking the night before. And what would I do? I'd turn around and go back drinking that very same night. But I stuck with the practice and I said, thank you. Even when I had a life of sobriety, I still had to search for things to be thankful for. That's when things start getting easier. You start looking for things. Well, I guess I could be thankful for this. At least I still have a job, even though I might not like the job. At least I'm still in a relationship, although the relationship's not working out the way I would like it to. Whatever. You start looking at the at least in life. Well, at least I have this. At least I have a home. At least I have. That's something. Hey, signature. Greetings, my friend, and thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. But then the amazing thing starts to happen even more so. The practice deepens and the gratefulness springs spontaneously and it becomes just for being alive. You no longer search for the things to be grateful for. The things that you are grateful for are revealed every day. You wake up and you find yourself saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Simply to be able to take a breath and that you have an atmosphere meeting your lips every morning with that opportunity to take a breath, that you're grateful that the sun is just the right distance to sustain life. Any closer, we'd be burned to a crisp. Any farther, and we would freeze. All kinds of things. And it just comes spontaneously. I teach meditation for a living, along with breath work, and those have profound impacts on the life. But if someone says, I just need an easy practice that I can do to get started, to make some changes in my life, I'd say practice gratitude. Every morning. 2 ways to do it, and you can combine them. You could wake up every morning, say thank you 3 times. I don't know why 3 times. I think it's because there's a sacred tradition in yoga. You begin thank you so much, Signature, my friend. Much appreciated. Signature is an awesome friend with an awesome channel. I watched his video this morning of him doing Christmas shopping early. An admirable trait that I just can't bring myself to do. I wish I could. I'm better than I used to be. I used to be a Christmas Eve shopper, panicking. And I love the fact people still go out and Christmas shop. It's not all done online, that you go to these little shops. Signature says, hey, Jace. He said hi to Evan and Carl and Rich. So traditionally, you start a yoga class with the salutation Om 3 times. Om is the sound of the universe, the sound of creation itself. You end a yoga class with the Om Shanti salutation, which is Om Shanti. Shanti is Sanskrit for peace. So you're closing it out with May my practice bring me peace. May that peace extend to the world. Om Shanti. A great prayer. He's 3 times chanting. So I think that carried over. So when I started saying thank you, I just did it 3 times in the morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do that in the morning. Before you go to bed, have a notebook, a journal, a gratitude journal. Write down 5 things every day that you're grateful for. Signature says I will be live silent stream at 8 p.m. Awesome. I will look for your link and I'll make sure to drop it. Hey, Signature, how are your watch hours going? In our live stream this morning, Jace and Tandra, Goga, and Eve, we talked about all goals that we would like to achieve. We want to get Jace monetized. He's just hours away, guys. He might already be there. ATC says, what is good, Legends? What's up, ATC? Have you been training for the great beard off? Fluffing the beard up when you get up in the morning? Eve, she hit 4,000 subscribers. She's fully monetized. So we're thinking by end of December, by the new year, 5,000. It's a big leap. Sometimes you got to be bold. ATC says it's just stubble mostly right now. Yeah, I'm just past the point of stubble. I'm not in full beard mode. I can get there quick. I don't want to brag. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I could be in full beard mode by my 3rd live stream today. By the time I go live at 5:25, if I set my mind to it, if I tapped into my deepest yogic powers, I could outbeard Jace and Stuart the Fish Whisperer in just a couple hours. However, those are sacred powers, and it would be showing off. One of the things that he teach you in meditation and yoga is specifically meditation, though. They call it siddhis, SIDDHI, and that is mystical powers developed by the mind as we meditate. But they tell you don't get caught up in pursuing them because it leads you away from what yoga is all about, what Buddhism is all about, which is awakening. Awakening to our potentiality as pure, unconditional love. But people get these powers of concentration, psychic powers, things like that, and they're very, very real, actually. Anyone who meditates, even for just a short period, will start to experience some of them, and they grow. But if you start pursuing them, it leads you away from awakening, because now you're pursuing the shiny stuff. ATC says, my 14-year-old could outbeard still. Man, we get some fighting awards now. Here's what I found. You can talk bad about a man's wife. You can make fun of their football team. But you don't talking about another man's beard. And you never kick another man's dog. Never kick your own dog, for that matter. Give me 1 second, guys. Want to see who's on. Anyone is doing live stream. My cat is saying, how do you guys? Oh. Hey, guys, we got a premiere. Our friend Joe Delaney is doing a premiere. Hey, ATC, are you 1 second. Are you subscribed to our friend Signature? One of my favorite channels. Here's what I love about Signature. It's like an old friend is greeting you and saying, hey, let me show you my town. Let me show you where I live. Let me show you this park. Take a drive with me, take a walk with me. And then they go out and they just greet everyone they encounter, very friendly. I think you'd really like it. So Toy Pups is live. Our good friend Toy Pups. I'm only going to be live for a few minutes. I'll pop in and say hi to Toy Pups. As well, our friend Goga is doing a live stream. I want to mention one more thing. So we were talking about goals. Goga reaching 10K by the end of December. Eve reaching 5K. Jace getting 3,000 watch hours. I'd like to get to 10K. I don't think I can do it by the end of the month. The goal was sort of by March. I think I can get to 10K. I wouldn't mind having a 10K channel. My ultimate goal is to earn an income, and I make a difference. I differentiate between making an income and making a living. Earning a living, earning an income, big difference for me. I think that if we equate the two, we do ourselves a great disservice. No one earns a living. We were given a living. Now, what we do with that living is entirely up to us, circumstances that we find ourselves in, but we were granted a life by grace, by circumstances of the universe, by God, by consciousness itself. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But we're here. And it was unearned grace. ATC says, I don't set goals for my channel. I found myself getting too hung up on the numbers and not having fun. Fun is all important for me. It's got to be fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do it. That can sound sort of ridiculous. Maybe. It doesn't sound ridiculous when you're 59 years old. When you're 59, I've done enough things that weren't fun. So that's why I decided to declare myself a professional YouTuber. Now, of course, with YouTube, I want to teach meditation. I want to teach the philosophy of yoga. I want to teach breath work. I want to teach the art and grace of forgiveness and being at peace. This is why my channel is a certain way. And it's not for everyone. I have that realization. Some people aren't going to want to be here. Some people probably shouldn't be here. Because I think people think because I talk about peace all the time that I'm going to create a peaceful atmosphere. I can't do that. It's beyond me. But we can all find ourselves at peace here. That's what I want. I want everyone, Herman Melville calls it our insula Tahiti, an isle of peace that resides within the soul of every man. Find your insula Tahiti while you're here, and you'll be at peace everywhere. So people who are here, who push your buttons, are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're pushing your buttons, not so you leave, Not so you ban them, but so that you can say, hey, there's always someone pushing my buttons. What if I got rid of my buttons? What if I didn't have any buttons anymore? Or at the very least, what if I smoothed out the buttons so they were a little harder to find? That's what I want to do. Let's see. ATC says, when I started having fun, my numbers grew. 6K watch hours since January. Wow. Huge. Well done, my friend. Yeah, I got serious about my channel. I got serious about having fun with my channel in January. And I got monetized in May. The first level, the end of May. The second, the 4,000, and the third week of June. So I'm definitely having fun on YouTube. I'm having fun doing live streams. I hope it shows. I hope it's evident. Doesn't mean that there aren't some issues that I got to navigate through. I do have probably a growing list of people who tell me I need to do something different with my channel. I just don't know that it's possible. Again, I wanted it to be a place where we challenge ourselves to be more patient, where we challenge ourselves to be more forgiving, where we challenge ourselves to be kinder. One of the things I realized when the political season started building up is that I probably have quite a few friends here who have the complete opposite political outlook than I do, some of whom I consider very good friends. Do I want to? I think everyone could probably guess maybe my political views. Maybe. I needed to realize that I don't want judgments to creep in on my behalf or for me. You know what I mean? Because they can be very insidious. Even if you consider yourself to be a non-judging person, they can sort of creep in. And that can be deadly to relationships. ATC says, one day you will do something different. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes I went fishing. I agree. Like, I'm doing kettlebells now. So I'm no longer strictly Jesse Yogi doing burpees in his basement. I'm now Jesse Yogi doing kettlebells most of the time in his basement. But by something different, I mean that I always want to be an inclusive place. I never want to deny anyone the opportunity to be here. I never want to ban someone just because they express themselves differently than other people. That's the true goal of mine. Instead of looking at someone, and I wrote it in my first book, instead of looking at how someone else is different, can I look at my reactions? Can I look at my judgments? Can I look at all my own buttons being pushed? And can I think, I want something different than that? ATC says people have selfish reasons for their political views. That is inherently the way politics works. That is an uncommonly wise statement, ATC. I agree. I always warn people when they want to learn meditation that things are going to change and you got to be very comfortable or very comfortable with the fact that you might become uncomfortable with the things that are changing. Things that, we once shrugged off, we no longer can. Our world has been, I'm going to use a word from The Simpsons, embiggened, because I love that word. It's not actually a word, but it ought to be. Our world becomes embiggened. So getting all the way back to goals of YouTube. Largely, my goal of having an all-inclusive channel where everyone can grow, extend themselves as love, and be forgiving is in the works. I already view my channel as successful. Now I do want to exclusively pay my bills through income earned on doing this. I've accepted the fact that no one is going to pay to watch a upper middle aged, bald, half naked man do burpees in their basement. I know ATC might argue this. There's a limited audience for that. I know, I'm shocked. I thought it was going to be an internet breaker. I thought, you know what? The one thing YouTube is really lacking is half naked old guys bouncing up and down in their basement. But nope, the people didn't show up. But you know, the nature shorts. I believe I mentioned. I think my highest watched YouTube short, nature short, has earned me 98 cents. It's not bad, and I mean that sincerely. When you earn 98 cents from something that you love to do, your own creativity, how cool is that? I do earn more from live streams. ATC says it's a niche for sure. Try throwing in a man horse playing drums in the bathtub. Let's see. Selexia. Did I pronounce that even remotely correct? Gives us a wave and hello. Hello to you, my friend. Hey, what about if I dressed as a man horse doing burpees? A man dressed as a horse doing burpees in his basement. ATC, I think we might be onto something, my friend. I should probably keep this close to the vest. I don't want to say too much. I might have said too much anyway, because right now I have a sneaky suspicion that if I were to come back here later tonight and click on ATC's channel, I would see ATC in a horse costume doing burpees in his basement. So I think I've said too much. Thank you for the like, Selexia. Is there an I there? Ia. Stepper says, greetings to Selexia. ATC said, Jesse Yogi dresses as a man horse doing burpees in his basement as ATC plays the drums. I think we need a teamwork here. Sounds like a winner. Whitback says, I'm okay and sees through skin. I forgive what is within. I like that. Hey, Wetback, are you writing this stuff down? I hope so. Let's see. Pietor says, cheers all. Hello, my friend. How are you? Trending says, like and shared, Sir Yogi. Thank you, Trending, my friend. How are you? Give me a second here, guys. PA says, yo, Brad, I'm good. Fishing with Bob was a blast. I missed the live stream. I'm sorry about that. Trending says many blessings, everyone. You as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Sniper says greeting trending. Says here, sir, resting. Much appreciated. In the background. Hey, Sniper, how was the tree climbing? Trending says, I'm good, Sir Yogi. How are you, too? I'm doing good. Been having a pretty good day. The day before Thanksgiving here. I will not be doing much with Thanksgiving. I will be going live with ATC, and it's going to be a great conversation centered on sobriety. How we got here, why we got here, how fortunate we are to be here, things that we do to keep us here. So there's a bit of a theme. Steppa says, good, tomorrow the big one, Eric. So tomorrow will be the silver birch. Wetback says, feel so cold in my skin. Feel so paper thin. I know weather, so peel away the bark because nothing grows when it is dark. In spite of all my fears, I can see it all so clear. Man, like I said, Wetback, I really hope you're writing this down. Trending says, salute, sirs, and you're welcome, sir. Thank you. Leo, Yogi, give me a high protein, high calorie meal you used to enjoy back in your animal days. Back in my animal days. Let me think about that for a second. For me, even in my meat eating days, I was still always drawn more towards fish than I was any other type of meat. Some people don't consider fish a meat, but it was specifically salmon. Halibut is really good. If you have salmon handy, big piece of salmon over a plate of rice served with steamed vegetables, specifically kale, broccoli, you're good to go. How are you with fish, Leo? Not everyone likes it, but salmon, I don't eat it anymore as a vegan, but salmon is a power food, that's for sure. Hey, Bushka. Bushka says, hello, everyone. Leo says, oh man, that's fun to go to already. Always preferred fish as well. Yeah, it's even when you have the fattier fish like salmon or halibut, it makes it feel lean. You know what I mean? It makes it feel like clean energy. ATC says halibut is great. Sometimes I eat fish just for the hell of it. I'll get back out and see myself out. I was going to tell my own halibut joke. You can't beat a good halibut joke, you know? So we're going to shut things down in just a minute. I'm going to make a quick trip over to Toy Pups. Say hi to her. Hey, our friend Jace is very, very close to getting his 3,000 watch hours. If anyone doesn't mind watching through a playlist or just a video, it all adds up. I literally, I think he's just days away. Tandra just hit 1K in her subscribers. So now we're working on watch hours. YouTube becomes a much, much funner place, more pleasant place when we all work with and for each other. So speaking of goals, and we were talking ATC and I about letting goals go and having fun. One of my goals is to help other people reach their goals the best that I'm able, and that is a whole lot of fun. I get immense satisfaction helping someone reach those goals. If I can help you in any way, just put it out there. I'll do it. I talk an awful lot about manifestation, and one of the great tools of manifestation is community. We're working with each other. ATC says being funner embiggens you. It does embiggen you. Thank you for fitting that into a sentence. That should be a goal. Maybe that should be the only goal. How often, kind of once a day, can we fit embiggens into an actual conversation, as if it's an actual word? Can we talk to someone and throw the word embiggen with a complete straight face? Every so often, talking with Mocha, who is she's a former linguist in the United States military, as well as being an official grammar nerd / Nazi. I like to throw in the word irregardless, which again isn't actually a word. She knows it isn't actually a word. She knows that I know that's not actually a word. And yet, irregardlessly, I attempt to fit it in seamlessly into a conversation to see if she will even notice. Of course, she always notices. She never approves. But hey, let's see if we can do that. Can you fit embiggens irregardlessly into a conversation sometime today? ATC already showed that it's possible. Funner isn't a word either, but it just works sometimes. I figured it wasn't a word, but I went, you know what? Irregardless if it's a word or not, it embiggens me to at least pretend that it's a word for the sake of my friendship with ATC. There it was, guys. The trifecta of words that aren't words. I fit funner, irregardless, and embiggens into a single sentence. You might just say that I threw down the gauntlet. I threw down the grammatically incorrect gauntlet to see if anyone else could pick it up and run with it. By the way, Mocha, as well as my English teaching mother, would highly, highly approve of the conversation that I'm having right now with ATC. If you remind me later, if it's there later this evening, if I can find it, I will read a poem that I wrote for Mocha. And one of my books, it might be in this one. This is I Am This Close. Where I actually use the word irregardless. And oh, there it is. It is on page 109. I should mention that this is not her favorite poem of mine. ATC says they're called pseudo words, suburbally. It makes it funnier to conversate. I think you topped me. I think that, you know what? If there was a crown for being ungrammatically incorrect, how's that? Ungrammatically incorrect. I would have to take the crown off and hand it over to you. Supposedly. I can't believe I thought you did that on purpose. I can't believe I just corrected a pseudo word. Nice. So I wrote this for Mocha. I'm going to read this and I'll call it a day. Irregardless of the word and the subtle passage of its meaning, my whisper drifts its weight across your ears. You embrace the sound as my breath pauses to be near you. Then, with a smile and a whisper, turning back to me and say, "That's not a word at all." I smile in return and continue moving closer. I know, and yet I whispered anyway. All about the whisper. I might try to read that again later, but a little better. All right, guys. With that, it's going to be hard to top the next live stream with fish jokes, with halibut jokes, and talk of people wearing horse costumes doing burpees in the basement and ungrammatically incorrect jokes. But here's the thing. We're going to give it a try. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Maybe I'll see you over at Toy Pops. She's live. Our friend Leo said so. He's going to be live later, I believe. So look around, help each other out. I'll see you somewhere. Take care, guys. Oh, ATC. I'll see you tomorrow, right? 1 o'clock. You can let me know later if you're around. Take care.